All right, welcome back to the channel. Today, I'd like to do a kind of like a tutorial or a let's build. Um, so like, for instance, I have all this wood set aside right now to show you guys how I've been building like the interior design aspects of my like grandma's house or this first draft of my dream house. Um, so, yeah, without further ado, let's get to it. So first off, you're gonna start off with, a nice flat surface, and wherever you're standing, it's gonna make your surface that same height. So, like if I go up here, for instance, it'll change this area. So now it doesn't match the rest of it. But if I go back to the flat part where I was before, it'll do that. So this tool's the hoe. You can raise earth or raise ground and then pathen and level. Um, so anyway, and then your first actual thing you're going to need is your workbench. There we go. Workbench is there. And for those of you that don't know, your workbench you can only build within this white radius here, or this white circle. So yeah, just so you know, you can only build within that perimeter. If you want to build further, you have to build another workbench or move your workbench from previously created works over to the next area that you want to work. So this is our construction zone. We're going to make this, let's do 3 by 3. Or, yeah, let's do 4 by 4. Just to give us a little bit more room to play with. And let's see here. So I will build here instead. Oh, I'm out of wood. Luckily, I've set aside all this extra wood for me. Right. So you see how this area overhangs and this area is covered up in dirt still. So sometimes you can just fix it just like that. And this one should be just about as simple. Yeah, see, I mean, it's not perfect, but it's not bad. Right? So it's still like believable that it's on the ground. Next, we're gonna build a wall. Okay, so that was just an example wall, so I can show you kind of how I've been building these cabinets and stuff. So it's really simple. You select your little 1 by 1 wall, and depending on how you orient it, like for instance, if this is the starting of the countertop, I'm going to start with it oriented like this. And then if I want to display or change something up, like for instance, when I did the stove, the cooking stove, I flipped it around to show the backside. And then you don't necessarily need this yet if you're going to do more countertop space, so you save yourself some spot. And then you flip it back like that if you want to continue on with the regular counter wall set. And then you put this wood floor 1 by 1 on top. And for this one's for the grandma stove. That's pretty much it. And then I added these to kind of just emphasize the oven aspect. For the other build, which was really pretty cool, I chose to do a diagonal. Oh wait, let's just compare this to the. So that would be a regular, like, counter and cupboard look thing. And then, so for the other one though, the dream house oven, I took one square block here, this big square block, and I took the 1x1 and another 1x1 here, and then I took one of these wood wall halves, and I did another 1x1, I think. And I did that pretty much. But I had turned it around as well, I believe, to give it that aesthetic. And then I didn't put these on it actually. But I did put these on it. Now you can rotate these blocks, however. And so you just gotta put 2 in that same spot. And then I put this, and then I did this, and this. And that was my oven build for the other house. And then we can continue on with the countertops. Now, how did I do the sink? Very simple. I took these regular countertop and I just put this here and put this here, and then that was it. That's a sink. Now, to make it look a little fancier, on the dream house, I had initially placed a torch to kind of signify what I was doing, that it was like a faucet or some sort of mechanism. So then we move this back. So yeah, you had to remove those parts in order to put that underneath, and then you can put them back. Oops. And then you just kind of place it over it. And this would be a double sink, I guess. Oh, looks like I need some more wood. There we go. And there's your double sink build. Now for the fridge, or fridges rather. So let's say this is more like the dream house here. I had a counter here, and then I had this facing out like this, and I stacked it, and then I just placed another 1x1 wall, and then I put a cap on it. And that would be my fridge. And so let's move this over here, because I'm also kind of like working on building my dream house. So I just wanted to move that over by at least 1. No, I want to put it here. So I'm going to use this little tutorial design house to help me further my designs for the dream house. So I don't need this oven. Because I already have this oven, which I like that design a little bit better. For some reason, the corner just makes sense with the hood and stuff. But I do like the double sink, so that's gotta be a thing. And final little thing here. There we go. So double sink, oven or cooking stove, fridge, and then I think I'll have one more little countertop here. And in order to save some parts, I'll take that out, and that'll save me some wood. Because you're gonna use a bunch of wood. So like unless you wanna spend all your time getting wood all the time, like you gotta find places to save your space. So right, and then let's do some upper cabinets, like I did on my grandma's house. So you take your half wall again, your wood wall half. You put that on top, and this is kind of like your standard kitchen or house-sized ceiling anyway. Like you don't want your ceiling being right next to your head, so you want at least a half wall up at a minimum, just to kind of give you a little bit more space to build and just make it look more realistic. So yeah, you take your half wall, you put that up there. I mean, I could do that here as well, since I'm probably gonna do it anyway. And if you want to add a window, yeah, let's add a window real quick before I get too crazy. So to add a window, you put a half wall down here, and then you can put these two guys back here. This is just like I did in my grandma's house build. And you know what? Since we're doing a half wall there, I can make this window even bigger. Oh, wait. I forget. So you need snapping points. So sometimes it's essential to use the half pieces to at least get it started. So this is a bigger window. Whoops. And then there we go. That's our window. Very basic, very simple. If you want to change it up, there's a few different things you can do, but I'm going to keep it basic for this video. Anyway, back to the cupboards. Pretty much the same exact thing as you would have done below, but as above. Okay. And in my grandma's build, though, I think I had turned these outwards so it looked like this, to kind of signify the cupboards aspect. But I'm going to keep it kind of clean this time around. And then I'll build this one here. And that's it. So that is the very basic build of that. And then to do like your oven vent system, I mean, I had a couple ideas, but I don't know. it's not, with this particular area, it's not as neat looking as think. Let's see here, maybe if I go like this instead. Yeah, this would work. Okay, cool. So let's try this. So you come out to this and you connect there. Ugh, I don't know about that. Right. Because this is the only way you can really capture it. Like, but I guess maybe this thing? Oh, it's not too bad. I mean, I'm just playing around right now to see if I can kind of capture it a little bit better. Let's see what happens if I put a half wall or this type of wall further back. Yeah, I don't know. It's just too big for me. Oh man, I hope there's no "that's what she said" jokes. But I walked right into that, and I even reinstated it, so it's probably gonna get awkward. Anyway, so yeah, and then I guess we could just do this instead to kind of signify the oven vent thing. And then there'll be like a little light here or something, which I could... Nope, I'm out of resin. Let me grab some resin real quick. So you can get resin from two sources. The little grayling enemies that run around, or these little sapling trees. And they don't always pop out. Dang it. And as you can tell, I've pretty much desaplinged this whole area because I like the tree aspect, but the saplings come back after a while. Okay. There we go. We eat some food. Oh, and I guess you could get resin from the bushes as well. I'll show you a bush here in a second. But these guys right here, they're like a guaranteed chunk of resin. And then the bush... Geez, where's all my bushes at? Usually they're a lot more prevalent. Well, ain't this weird? Oh well, I'll just take it as it is. Alright, well. Going back to the build area. Right, and then you would backfill that wall, obviously. But yeah, if you wanted to build a inner light for this particular area, you could do this. And now it's got that thing there, but you could enclose it sort of. You still need to like keep it exposed though, because the flame will quench itself if it's too close to a wall or a ceiling. But yeah, that is basically how I built everything in both houses. And just lighten it up for you guys. So yeah, and then what I had been doing was also utilizing chests. Now let me take this one down actually. And the chests would be great for like storing your ingredients, for instance, right? So you want your ingredients in the kitchen, right? So check this outside, make sure it's not poking out. Yep, okay, good. So you just stack them like this. And then you take a single wall and you get that as close as you possibly can to the other one. And you can put it in the middle if you want. But there's a way to deselect the snapping point, and you can go a little bit further than normal. Or if you're like too close to a snapping point, it won't automatically just connect. And you can build some more on top of that. And lining them up is a little tricky, but it's not bad. Well, so now I've got 4 chests that can hold my mushrooms, my honey, my other mushrooms, my raspberries, my meat, and resin for some reason. I'm not going to be eating any resin, but I could do more mushrooms and more honey. And yeah, this is my, you know, this is a version of a fridge or just a spice locker or spice cabinet maybe. And it doesn't take up much room. And you have, let's see, 10 slots in each one. So this would fit 40 different items. And then you can do stacks as well. So stacks of 50 and 20, depending on, what you're stacking. But yeah, you can fit all kinds of stuff in there. So that would be like a good idea for your, spice cabinet or whatever. Yeah, so that is essentially your kitchen build. And as time allows, you unlock other things. So then you got your table. Right? You got your table. I think I'll build that like if you were to build your table in your kitchen, you could do it here, or you could make it into a separate dining room all by itself. I have more fine wood here, which is what you need to build furniture. So you'll need to at least get a bronze axe. And you can do your chairs. These are the, just simple stools, or not stools, chairs. And then you have your stool. And you can sit on any of these. Your bench, right? And this is just standard gameplay stuff, nothing crazy. So you can have your regular, dinner table set up out here. No issues. But you might want to customize your own table. So now we'll go over how I built the other table in my grandma's house, her round table. So we'll take this one down because this is standard stuff that you get with the game default. It's no customization required really. Right, so pick a corner, or you can pick any location really. I usually pick a corner, but this time I'll just stick with this center of this if I can. Actually, yeah, let me try to line that up. So if you really are tedious and you line things up like that, right? So you got a 90-degree angle getting you directly in the exact center of that block. Very simple, very easy technique. And then you just rotate one, move around as needed, and just make sure it snaps to that particular block. Now we got a half table. If you wanted to stop at a half table, that'd be kind of cool. And this last one's sometimes a little tricky. But that is the table, the same table I built in Grandma's house. And then you can add these same stock chairs as you see fit. And then you can even sit at the table and be like, welcome to the meeting. So yeah, there's that. And I guess, well, this video is a little longer than I thought it would be. But yeah, so that is your typical kitchen build. I guess I'll go over the design aspects for the living room or bedrooms in the next segment. Anyway, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and I'll catch you later.